You swing your legs out of bed, just like you've done for decades. But today, your knees ache. Your legs feel heavy, like they belong to someone else. And the stairs? They seem taller than they did yesterday. You pause, holding onto the railing, just to feel steady. You eat well, you walk, you take your vitamins. So why does every step feel harder? What if the very foods you thought were keeping you strong were quietly wearing you down? You're not alone, my friend. Millions of us reach a certain age and suddenly feel like our bodies are working against us. But here's the truth they don't tell you. It's not just aging. It's the choices we make every day. And the good news? It only takes a few simple shifts to turn things around. In this video, I'll show you 7 powerful fruits, humble, everyday foods that science now shows can restore your muscle strength, improve your balance, and help you stay independent well into your golden years. So if you're ready to feel strong again, not someday, but starting today, stay with me. 1. The morning struggle. When just standing feels like a battle. You wake up like any other morning. The light peeks through the blinds. The coffee's already brewing. But when you try to swing your legs off the bed, something feels off. Your knees ache. Your feet feel like they've been filled with sand. And standing up, it takes more effort than it used to. Not painful exactly, just harder. And maybe, quietly, you've been noticing it more and more. You tell yourself, it's just getting older. But here's something I want you to hear from a friend. It might not be just age. Your muscles, the very things that help you stand tall and steady, have been slowly losing their strength. Not overnight, not all at once, but gradually, quietly, like a house settling. And the kicker? Most people don't even notice it until they're already compensating, grabbing the railing, using furniture to balance, sitting down more than they used to. Here's what's really happening. As we get older, our bodies naturally lose muscle if we don't feed them right or keep them gently moving. It's not a flaw, it's just biology. Think of your muscles like a garden. If you stop watering it, it doesn't die immediately, but over time, it fades. That's what's happening in your legs, especially after 60. But the good news? Gardens can bloom again, with just the right kind of care. Here's one small thing you can try, starting tomorrow morning. Before you even get out of bed, sit up and gently roll your ankles in circles, 10 times each direction. Then tighten your thighs, hold for a count of 5, and release. Just 2 minutes. It warms up the blood flow, wakes up the nerves, and helps your legs get ready to carry you, not drag behind you. You can even set a reminder on your phone. Label it Morning Power Up. It's simple, free, and you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Just you, your breath, and a few mindful moments. Because that first step out of bed, it shouldn't feel like a battle, it should feel like a beginning. And speaking of beginnings, what if I told you there's a sweet, familiar fruit that can help nourish those tired muscles from the inside out? Let's take a bite out of that next, too. Prunes. The sweet habit that strengthens you from the inside. Let me take you back to a memory. You're standing in your grandmother's kitchen. The countertop smells like cinnamon and warm tea. And in a little glass jar by the window, there they are, those wrinkled, chewy little prunes. She'd pop 2 or 3 in her mouth every morning, and somehow she always seemed to move a little easier than everyone else her age. Now, fast forward. You're older now, and maybe you've started to feel it, that stiffness in your legs, or how long it takes to get going in the morning. And while prunes may not look like much, there's a reason they've been a quiet staple in so many older folks' kitchens. You see, prunes are more than just good for digestion. They're packed with something your muscles absolutely love: potassium. And while I won't bore you with the science, here's the heart of it. Potassium is like the electrician of your body. It keeps the signals between your nerves and muscles flowing the way they should. Without enough of it, your muscles can feel weak, cramp up, or just feel slow. And get this, just 4 to 5 prunes a day can give you nearly 20% of what your body needs. It's like handing your muscles the right kind of fuel first thing in the morning. But that's not all. Prunes are also rich in natural compounds that calm inflammation, the kind that quietly builds up in aging bodies and makes your joints feel older than they really are. Think of prunes as nature's little repair team, quietly showing up day after day to patch and protect. So what can you do? Start small. Tomorrow morning, try adding a few chopped prunes to your oatmeal, or blend them into a smoothie with a banana and a splash of almond milk. It's surprisingly delicious. Even tossing them on top of plain Greek yogurt works wonders. No pills, no powders, just real food that your body actually recognizes. And hey, if your grandkids ask what that brown chewy thing is on your spoon, smile and tell them it's your secret weapon for staying strong. Because the truth is, some of the best health tools have been sitting in our kitchens all along. We just needed a little reminder. Now, if sweet and chewy isn't your thing, maybe something cool, crisp, and straight from the fridge will do the trick. Let's talk about one fruit that's not just a snack. It's a muscle protector in disguise. 3. Red grapes. The tiny guards of your muscle power. Picture this. It's a sunny afternoon. You're sitting on your porch with a cool glass of iced tea. Beside you, a small bowl of red grapes, the kind you mindlessly pop into your mouth while chatting with a neighbor or watching the birds. They're sweet, refreshing, and easy. But here's something you might not know. Those little grapes are quietly working overtime to protect something you care deeply about: your strength. You see, red grapes aren't just a snack. They're a secret ally. Inside their smooth red skin is a natural compound called resveratrol. Now don't worry. You don't need to memorize that word. Just know this. It's like a shield for your muscles. It helps fight off the wear and tear that naturally happens as we age, from years of walking, lifting, and living. Think of resveratrol as the handyman your muscles didn't know they needed. It helps repair small damages, keeps your blood flowing smoothly, and even supports your energy at the cellular level. Some researchers, including those at the National Institutes of Health, have found that regular intake of resveratrol can help older adults maintain better muscle performance and slow down age-related decline. Now, does this mean grapes are magic? Not quite. But they're part of the picture, part of a simple routine that helps your body hold on to strength, balance, and independence. So what can you do? It's easy. Next time you go grocery shopping, pick up a bag of red grapes, seedless if that's your style. Wash them, pat them dry, and keep them in the fridge. Reach for a handful instead of cookies when that afternoon craving hits. Or better yet, freeze them. They make a perfect cold treat in summer. You can also toss them on a salad with a sprinkle of goat cheese and walnuts. It's a little fancy, but trust me, your taste buds and muscles will thank you. And here's a fun tip. Try eating grapes with the skin on. That's where most of the resveratrol lives. Chew slowly. Enjoy the burst of sweetness. And know that while you're savoring each bite, you're quietly building a stronger foundation under your feet, because staying strong doesn't always require weights or workouts. Sometimes it starts with a handful of grapes and a little intention. Now, If grapes are the sweet surprise, wait until you hear about a tiny green pepper that brings the heat, in the best way for your body. 4. Padron peppers, a gentle heat that heals. It's dinner time, and you're standing in your kitchen, wondering what to cook. You want something light, something simple, and maybe, just maybe, something that helps your body, not just fills it. You open the fridge, and there they are, a small bag of green peppers you picked up from the farmer's market on a whim. You'd heard of padron peppers before, but never really gave them a chance. Tonight feels like the right time. You toss them in a skillet with a splash of olive oil, a pinch of sea salt. A few minutes later, they're gently blistered and warm, with that just enough heat that wakes up the tongue, without burning it. And here's the beautiful part. While your taste buds enjoy that mild kick, your muscles are quietly saying thank you. You see, padron peppers are packed with two natural gifts your body needs more as it ages: vitamin C and a little compound called capsaicin. Don't worry about the names. Think of vitamin C as the repairman, helping your muscles bounce back after activity and keeping the tissues strong and springy. And capsaicin, that's like turning on the traffic lights for your blood. It improves circulation, making sure oxygen and nutrients get to where they're needed most: your tired, hard-working muscles. Ever wonder why some folks recover faster after gardening or walking? It's not always about how fit they are. Sometimes it's what they're feeding their body. In fact, the FDA notes that just 100 grams of these little peppers can give you more than your full day's need of vitamin C. That's more than oranges. And when you pair them with olive oil, which helps your body absorb those nutrients better, it's like giving your body a gentle, healing hug from the inside out. So how do you add padron peppers to your life? Easy. Next time you're at Trader Joe's or a local farmer's stand, grab a bag. Saute 5 or 6 of them in olive oil. No need to remove the stems, just blister and eat. They go great as a side dish, or even as a little afternoon snack. Want to go a step further? Sprinkle a pinch of turmeric while cooking, for an extra anti-inflammatory boost. It's a small thing, really. But sometimes, small things, like peppers and warm pans, make a big difference when it comes to healing and strength. Now, if that gentle heat got you curious, wait until you hear about a rare little berry from the forest that's been quietly helping folks rebuild their strength for generations. Chapter 5. Arbutus berries, the wild remedy you never knew you needed. Imagine this. You're walking through a quiet forest trail in the Pacific Northwest. The air smells of pine. The ground is soft beneath your feet, and just off the path, you spot a small bush dotted with bright red berries. They're not the usual kind you see at the grocery store. They're a little rough on the outside, but something about them feels ancient, wild, real. Those, my friend, are arbutus berries, sometimes called madronis, and they may be one of nature's best-kept secrets for aging muscles. You might be wondering, how could a tiny forest berry help me walk better, stand taller, or feel stronger? Well, here's what makes them special. These berries are packed with 3 things your muscles quietly crave: natural antioxidants, plant compounds that reduce inflammation, and a big dose of vitamin C, even more than an orange. Think of it this way. As we age, our muscles go through little battles every day, from climbing stairs to lifting groceries. That wear and tear builds up, especially if your body doesn't have the right tools to repair itself. Arbutus berries act like a gentle cleanup crew. They help sweep away the stuff that causes tightness, weakness, and fatigue, so your muscles can bounce back and stay strong. Some researchers even say that just a handful of these berries can support recovery after light exercise, reduce stiffness, and improve circulation, so more oxygen reaches the parts of your body that need it most. In fact, the USDA reports that 100 grams of arbutus berries can deliver twice the vitamin C of a regular serving of fruit. So what can you do with that? If you live in California or the Pacific Northwest, keep an eye out for local markets that carry fresh or dried arbutus berries, especially in fall. Not nearby? No problem. You can sometimes find them frozen at specialty stores or even online. Try blending them into a smoothie with a spoonful of yogurt and a pinch of ground ginger. It's great after a walk or a gentle stretching session. Or make your own homemade fruit spread. Just simmer the berries with a splash of lemon and cinnamon. No added sugar needed. Spread it on whole grain toast for a breakfast that's as healing as it is tasty. And here's the beauty. You don't need a medicine cabinet full of pills to feel strong. Sometimes, all it takes is a handful of something wild, natural, and forgotten. And speaking of forgotten, there's a golden little fruit on the shelf that many folks walk right past, not knowing it holds a powerful secret for muscle repair. Let's unwrap that next. 6. Yellow kiwi, a golden boost for muscle digestion. It's a quiet morning. You're standing in the produce aisle, reaching for your usual bananas, when you spot something familiar, but just a little different. A small fuzzy fruit, but not the typical green kiwi. This one's smoother, almost golden. You pause, curious. Is it sweeter, you wonder? And more importantly, is it actually good for you? Turns out, this golden kiwi is more than just a pretty face in the fruit bin. It's a little powerhouse, especially for folks over 60 who are looking to stay strong, energized, and independent. You see, as we get older, digestion changes. You might eat the same foods, but your body doesn't always absorb the nutrients as well as it used to. And here's the catch. Even if you're eating protein for your muscles, your body might not be turning that food into strength unless it gets a little help. That's where the yellow kiwi shines. It contains something called actinidin, a natural enzyme that helps your body break down and actually use the protein you eat. Think of it like having a friend in your stomach who unpacks your groceries and puts them exactly where they belong, instead of leaving them sitting in bags on the kitchen floor. And just one yellow kiwi? It gives you more vitamin C than an orange, almost 180% of what your body needs in a day. Vitamin C doesn't just help your immune system, it's also key in muscle repair, collagen production, and keeping your tissues flexible and strong. That's what helps you bend down, get up, and keep moving without aches and creaks. In fact, studies, including some published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, suggest that yellow kiwi's antioxidants can lower muscle inflammation and soreness by up to 40%. That's not just science. That's relief you can feel. So what can you do? Start small. Slice one golden kiwi in the morning and eat it on an empty stomach. That's when your digestion is most ready. Or pair it with a spoonful of raw honey and a few crushed walnuts for a breakfast that fuels your body and soothes your system. You can even freeze the slices for a cool, muscle-friendly treat on warm days. Golden kiwis are easy to find now at most grocery stores. Look for them next to the green ones, usually in a yellow label pack. They're smooth, sweet, and easy on the stomach. No puckering needed. Because staying strong doesn't always mean eating more. Sometimes it just means absorbing better. And if you're looking for something that grows closer to home, maybe even in your own backyard, wait until you hear about the next fruit that holds a powerful secret for strength and endurance. 7. Loquats, nature's secret for stronger steps. It's early summer. You're out for a walk in the neighborhood when you notice a small tree by someone's driveway, its branches hanging low with clusters of golden orange fruit. You stop and smile. Those look like loquats, you think, but maybe you've never tried one, or didn't know how much power was packed inside that soft, sweet bite. Here's the thing. Loquats might not be the most popular fruit in the produce aisle, but for older adults looking to stay steady on their feet and active in life, they just might be a hidden treasure. Why? Because loquats offer something unique that most fruits don't, a natural plant compound called ursolic acid. You don't need to remember the name, just what it does. It helps your body maintain muscle as you age, and in some cases, even build it back up after it's been lost. Think of it as a quiet helper that tells your muscles, "Don't quit now, we've still got work to do." You see, around age 60, the body starts losing muscle faster than it can rebuild. That's why activities like getting out of a chair or climbing stairs feel harder, not because you're lazy, but because your muscles are missing the support they need. Loquats, with their mix of potassium, fiber, and ursolic acid, help turn that tide. In fact, a study highlighted by the American Heart Association found that regular consumption of ursolic acid may reduce the risk of age-related muscle loss by up to 30%. That's not a small number. That's the difference between walking with ease or depending on a cane. So how do you make loquats part of your day? First, look around your local farmer's market or Asian grocery stores. They're in season during spring and early summer. Pick ones that are golden, slightly soft to the touch, and smell a little like apricots. Eat 4 to 6 fresh loquats after a short walk or light activity. This helps replenish potassium and support muscle recovery. Want something cozy and healing? Simmer chopped loquats with a splash of lemon juice, a cinnamon stick, and a teaspoon of turmeric. Serve warm with a drizzle of olive oil for better nutrient absorption. It tastes like sunshine and comfort in a bowl. And the best part? No pills, no gimmicks. Just a fruit from the tree, helping your body do what it was built to do. Move. And speaking of movement, the next fruit may be small, dark, and easy to miss, but it holds the key to protecting not just your muscles, but also your memory. 8. Wild blackberries. Power in every purple bite. It's a warm afternoon in July. You're strolling along a country road or maybe just tending to the edge of your backyard, and there they are, clusters of deep purple blackberries growing wild, tucked between the tall grass and sun-drenched fences. You pluck one, pop it into your mouth. Sweet, tart, familiar. It takes you back to childhood summers, stained fingers, purple smiles, simple joys. But what you may not know is this. Those little wild blackberries you've walked past for years. They're some of the strongest allies you have when it comes to protecting your muscles and memory as you age. Let me explain why. You see, as we get older, our bodies are under constant low-level stress, from everyday wear and tear, past injuries, even just sitting too much. This slow, silent inflammation doesn't scream, but it chips away at your strength, your balance, and sometimes even your ability to remember clearly. Wild blackberries come in like quiet defenders. They're loaded with anthocyanins, powerful natural pigments that give them their rich color, and more importantly, fight inflammation from the inside out. They also support healthy blood flow, which means more oxygen and nutrients get to your muscles and brain. In fact, according to studies from the National Institute on Aging, eating about 10 to 15 wild blackberries a day can help slow muscle loss by up to 25% in adults over 65. That's a big deal, not just for walking farther or standing longer, but for keeping your independence and staying sharp while you do it. So how can you add them to your life? Easy. If you live near trails, parks, or rural areas, look for wild blackberry bushes during summer. Pick a small bowl and rinse them gently. No sprays, no chemicals, just what nature gave you. Prefer store-bought? You can find frozen wild blackberries at most grocery stores or in the organic section. Toss them into your morning oatmeal or blend them into a smoothie with spinach, flaxseed oil, and almond milk. A simple, muscle-loving recipe that's as refreshing as it is restorative. Or just eat them plain, by the handful. They're delicious, rich in fiber, and easy on the stomach. And every time you do, picture your muscles saying, "Thank you." Because strength isn't just about lifting weights, it's about giving your body what it needs to keep lifting you through life. And if you think berries are impressive, wait until you meet a golden tropical fruit that's been quietly helping older adults repair and recharge in the most delicious way. 9. Pineapple. The tropical warrior for aging joints and muscles. It's a warm Sunday afternoon, and you're at a family barbecue. The grandkids are running through the sprinklers, someone's grilling burgers, and on the picnic table, there's a big bowl of fresh fruit salad. Your eyes go straight to the golden chunks of pineapple. Sweet, juicy, a little tangy. You reach for one, not just because it tastes good, but because your knees have been acting up lately, and you've heard this fruit might actually help. And guess what? You heard right. You see, inside every slice of pineapple is a natural compound called bromelain. It's not a word you hear every day, but here's what it does in plain English. It helps your body calm inflammation, especially in your joints and muscles. Think of it like a gentle cooling crew for the soreness and stiffness that builds up over time. Ever feel achy the morning after yard work? Or stiff after a short walk at the park? That's your body saying, "I need a little help recovering." Pineapple, when eaten regularly, gives your body just that. It also helps with digestion, which is more important than we think as we age. When our digestion slows down, we absorb fewer nutrients, and that means our muscles, bones, and tissues don't get the building blocks they need to stay strong. In fact, studies from the University of Maryland Medical Center have shown that bromelain may reduce joint pain and improve movement in older adults, especially those dealing with mild arthritis or post-exercise soreness. So how do you bring this tropical warrior into your routine? Start simple. Cut up fresh pineapple and keep it in a container in the fridge. It's a great mid-morning or afternoon snack. Add a handful to your breakfast smoothie, or mix it with Greek yogurt and a few chopped almonds. You can even lightly grill pineapple slices to bring out their natural sweetness, a perfect side for summer meals. And here's a tip. Go for fresh or frozen, not canned in syrup. That way, you skip the added sugars and keep all the natural benefits. Because when you feed your joints and muscles the right way, you don't just move better, you live better. And speaking of living better, our final stop is all about pulling it all together. How these small, powerful choices can protect not just your strength, but your freedom. Let's wrap it up with a message you won't want to miss. 10. Final message. How to protect your strength, your freedom, and your joy. It's a quiet evening. You've just finished dinner, the dishes are done, and you're sitting in your favorite chair, maybe with a book maybe just listening to the crickets sing outside. And as you shift in your seat, you feel it, that little ache in your knee, the heaviness in your legs, the slower rise when you stand. It's not alarming. It's just there, a quiet reminder that time has been walking alongside you. But here's the beautiful truth. Just because we're aging doesn't mean we're fading. And just because we feel slower doesn't mean we have to surrender our strength, our freedom, or the joy of everyday living. What we've talked about today, prunes, red grapes, padron peppers, golden kiwis, wild blackberries and more, they're not just groceries. They're tools. Tools your body can use to heal, rebuild, and keep going, one bite at a time. You don't need fancy pills. You don't need expensive supplements or a 12-week program. What you need is small, daily choices, the kind that feel doable, kind, and nourishing. Because when you choose food that feeds your muscles, reduces inflammation, and boosts energy, you're not just taking care of your body, you're investing in your independence. And that matters, because independence means picking up your grandchild without worry. It means taking a morning walk without hesitation. It means living life on your own terms, with your feet steady beneath you and your heart full. So here's my friendly nudge. Pick one habit from today's video, just one, and start tomorrow. Maybe it's adding prunes to your oatmeal. Maybe it's keeping grapes in the fridge instead of cookies. Maybe it's going out and finding that tree in your yard with loquats that you never paid attention to. Whatever it is, do it not out of fear, but out of love for the life ahead. Because strength isn't about being young, it's about staying connected to the life you love and the people who love you back. And if this message resonated with you, stay tuned. Our next video will walk you through a full week's meal plan using these powerful fruits and foods, easy, affordable, and built just for you. Until then, be gentle with yourself and keep moving forward.